Hey guys, every once in a while you got to inject a little humor to kind of ease the pain of things that's been going on. But anyway, guys, farmers have been doing gardens for hundreds of years. I mean, there's always going to be problems that come down the way, and all you can do is just deal with them and move on. You can never let it get you discouraged. We just things we have to face. Sometimes things get out of control. We can't do anything about them. But anyway, like I say, you just move on and just move on to the next phase and keep on with a smile on your face and keep on going. And it'll get better for sure. But anyway, been a couple of weeks since this did a garden update, and things are really looking good around here, guys. I'll give y'all a little tour around here and see what's going on. Well, guys, as you can see here, this is the remnants of the whitefly destruction in the greenhouse. Not a pretty sight whatsoever, but really, guys, at this point, the only thing I can do is just shut this thing down and just let them starve to death, and then I'll get it cleaned up and get it ready for the next fall. I mean, that's primarily when I like to do my greenhouse growing anyway. For some reason or other, come about February, usually early to mid-February, I start seeing whiteflies, and then sometimes the aphids, as you saw back in one of my last winter videos there when I was trying to redo the cabbage. I had a very good success with the first start of cabbage, did beautiful, no aphids. And then when I planted out my second round, next thing you know, the aphids just immediately attacked them and got right on them, and meanwhile they were just destroying the plant. Even though I was getting rid of the aphids, they had done so much damage to the cabbage already at that point right there that I didn't feel like it was worth keeping. So, but we got rid of the aphids, and then the whiteflies start. And for whatever reason, like I say, I don't know if it's just a certain time of year that they just decide to just come on the scene or whatever. But the last 4 years I've been growing in this greenhouse, this is what they do. And usually I don't let it get to me too much, because I know I'm gonna shut it down in early spring anyway, and move everything to the outside and start doing the outside raised beds, because then it gets so hot in the greenhouse that you can't grow too much in there. But I figured with the new evaporative cooling system and all that, I wanted to try some new breeds of tomatoes that I've never grown before, and unfortunately, the whitefly situation got so bad. Regardless, I've had a lot of good suggestions from a lot of YouTube viewers out there about different types of things to use, different types of sprays. And believe me, guys, there ain't too many things I haven't tried. I can keep them under control pretty early on before they start getting too bad, but it's just like all of a sudden you come up here one day and just kabam, they have just totally devastated everything so bad that you can't get it under control. And so anyway, but the whitefly card, as you can see here, look at the gigantic whitefly sticky trap that I made, really worked good. I mean, as you can see, it is just totally covered with whiteflies. But the problem is things have gotten so far out of control that, I mean, I'd probably have about 6 or 10 of these things going all at one time to bring them back under control. Meanwhile, they'd already done so much damage to the tomato plants that it was beyond, it was irreversible anyway. But like I say, guys, it's just an experiment I was trying. I mean, nothing, all is not lost. And I'll give you a shot of all the tomatoes that we picked right here. Okay, guys, this is kind of what we wound up with after the after the final picking of the greenhouse. As you can see right here, this is just one table here. I'm going to show you the rest of them here in a second. That back row there, back to front, that's a taxi lemon tomato. And then on down to the next row right there is the orange blossom tomato. And we'll move on down here to the next row, which is the BHN 876 dark orange tomato. It doesn't appear to be dark orange on the outside, guys, but on the inside when you cut it, it is dark orange. And then this row here is the golden orange tomato. Lots of green ones, guys. Didn't get a chance to get them ripened, but that's how it goes. And we'll move on here into the next room. All total, guys, we went up with about 250 tomatoes that we picked. These right here were picked a little bit sooner. Some of these on the table right there, you got some of the lemon taxi tomatoes right there, along with the golden orange. And then on the other tray back in the back, we got some of the KY1 Australian heirlooms and the other orange blossom tomato. All these things have been good, guys. And then some of the Old Faithful, the Camparis and the Big Beefs and Better Boys right there. And then on this table right here, back, that's the remainder of the KY1s. Lots of green ones, like I say. I hate that happened, but that's just the way it is. And then on the front row right here, we got our the remainder of our Old Faithful Big Beefs and Better Boys. And all in all, you know, a good harvest with 250 tomatoes, but could have gotten more if the Whiteflies had cooperated with me. But you know, like I say, that's just that's the life and times and the games of the gardening world, guys. Good, guys, we'll kick off here with our Brandywine and Rutgers tomato plants. As you can see, they're looking good. I've already started stringing them up. They're already about 7 feet tall now out here on the outside, and I do not sucker these things. Only thing I do is I keep them pruned at the bottom, but we've got fruit set all up in there. Plants looking good. Now, we've had a lot of rain here. We probably had about 8 inches of rain since the last time I talked to you guys. But still, everything's looking fine. The plants are just maybe just a little bit not quite as green as they normally would be. But anyway, these Rutgers are looking good. Everything's looking good, guys. Move on down here to the Big Beefs, Better Boys. Lots of fruit set there. We're starting to get some things that are turning here. And so we're not gonna be any lull in the tomatoes here. We got to see, you saw the ones I had in there all over the kitchen there on 3 tables. Looking good there. And our Campari loaded up with fruit, looking good. And our Ujamalpat eggplant. Actually, I had to turn the irrigation off on these, especially with all the rain we've had here lately and everything. And the eggplant seems to like that a little much better. I think it was getting way too much water. But you know, you can't stop the rain, but I can stop the irrigation. But anyway, that's looking good. Same deal with our mouse melon. As you can see, it's growing. It's climbed up here to the top of the cage. They said there was some yellow leaves on it, but since I've kind of got the water situation under control here, since it hadn't rained here in about the last week, the dirt's kind of drying out a little bit right there now. I mean, even though it's got, you know, those pots have holes in the bottom of them. I mean, when it rains just day after day after day, you know, you get that much rain, it's hard to keep it under control. But I've got the little irrigation head cut off on it too until it kind of calms down a little bit, and then we'll ease it back on nice and slow, because those are adjustable irrigation heads for those. And guys, I tell you what, I got to try to get y'all in on these bell peppers right here. They are just absolutely huge. They are just huge, and they're not even showing any signs of changing. These are the yellow bell peppers, looking great. Got some down through here. Some of the other peppers are a little bit slower, but they're still making. I like to try to keep these things picked off, because the more you pick, the faster they produce, believe it or not. You start taking all the fruit off of them, they'll start making flowers like crazy. Very nice Cuban L peppers right in there. Very nice. Gonna get these picked. I'm gonna pick all this stuff after I shoot this video. The Hungarian hot wax putting on real good. Looking real good, guys. Got all them peppers in there. Jalapenos. Plenty of jalapenos. Lots of them. Looking good. So we'll move around here. These are the Biker Billies. Getting some really good fat peppers on those. Looking good. We'll get all these picked off and they'll pick up in production. But looking good, guys. Now guys, I'm gonna tell you something. This right here is what my beans were supposed to look like last year. I mean, can you believe that? That is just something else. And as you see, look at these beans. Some of these are about ready to pick already. I think last video I just had some blooms on here, and as you see, there's beans all in there, all in there. Now, these are, like I said, these are the Vortex snaps, and they have done really good in the past, guys. I'm telling you what, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. Yep, these are some kind of fine beans. All right, and we'll move over here to our Excelsior and Sumter cucumbers, and let me get you down in here. As you can see, we have cucumbers. As a matter of fact, these are about ready to pick, because these are pickling cucumbers. Got another one down yonder. Plenty of them coming on. Looking real good, guys. That was on the Excelsior there. I don't think there's any fruit set just yet on the Sumters, but they did this last year. They kind of lagged behind the other ones a little bit, but they'll set. I've already got some already setting on there now. They just haven't got any as big as the ones on the Excelsior yet. Parthenocarpic, great pickling cucumber, guys. And as you see, I don't have as many plants in there as I did last year, and I did that purposely because they just crowded each other out so bad it was just ridiculous. And I just didn't need that many cucumber plants. But anyway, looking good. Onions, guys, I don't know what to make of them. I think I've commented in the last video. I mean, they look like the bulbs are growing on them. It's just the tops stay laying over on them constantly and stuff like that. I just don't think they're getting enough sun. But anyway, you know, we'll see what we get out of them by the end of summer or fall or whatever, and see what happens with them. I'm sure we'll get something out of them, and then we'll try to locate them to a different bed next year, since this one gets the least amount of sun. Okay, guys, I thought real quick, those of you that saw the Mother's Day bed project here, center strawberry bed with the ice plant. As you can see, those strawberries are looking really good. I've already had several berries off of these things. They are absolutely delicious, and then, as you can see, they're growing like crazy. So looking real good. The ice plant that she's got out here looks really good, growing good, and we'll look for it to really start blooming and flourishing soon here. But she's been real happy with this, guys. Okay, guys, that's going to about wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, like I say, some really good videos going on out there. Y'all keep up the good work. I've really been enjoying them. Lots of beautiful gardening going on. Lots of good eating going on too, guys. So y'all keep it up, and make sure you like and give us a thumbs up, and leave comments, ask questions, suggestions, anything. Always open to them. And until next time, may God bless you. We'll see you next time.